Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome to Yarn and Pajamas. Today is Crochet Podcast number 55. So my uterus is still hanging out back here. It's still September, which is Uterine Cancer Awareness Month. So if you have one of these inside your body, please remember to make sure that you're getting it checked out yearly. And yes, okay, I have quite a few things to show you guys today. So let's just hop right on in. The first thing that I want to talk about is the pumpkin that I was making last week. So the pumpkin I was making was part of the Halloween bunch Amigurumi patterns by Pixie Marie Creates, Michelle Estrada, and I ran out of yarn. Well, I went to Joann and bought the Cornett blanket yarn to make it with, and when I got home, I done a Joann's haul, and then I go to start finishing up on the pumpkin and realized that it is not the same color. Very, very, very similar, like just like a shade difference there, but my original pumpkin was made in pumpkin spice, and the new Cornett blanket yarn I purchased was in orange leaf. So I decided to hold off on that pumpkin, and I had purchased another pumpkin pattern. It's by Baby Cake Studio on Etsy, and this is the finished pumpkin. Now this is made with the Cornett blanket yarn, and this is orange leaf. The only brown that I had was this color called Sand, and it's the Cornett Baby Blanket. And then this is Lemon Lime in Cornett Baby Blanket. I made the leaf and the little spiral thing. And then I put the little kawaii eyes that I made on it. Now, he is huge. Look at him, how big he is. He's as big as my head. He's super cute. I used a size 8mm hook on him. And yeah, he is nice and squishy. This is going to be, this is going to go in the Halloween bucket for my niece. I put a little smile on him. And then with the leftover yarn from the orange leaf, I made this little pumpkin right here. Now, he doesn't have a stem on him yet. You could say that he is an unfinished object, but I'm calling him finished for what I want to use him for. So these are the orange leaf ones, and this is what I got out of one skein. And this pattern right here is the Pixie Marie Creates, the Michelle Estrada pattern, her pumpkin pattern. So I ripped back all of the work that I'd done with the original pumpkin spice color and decided to just scale down Michelle's original pattern. So I just made it smaller. So here is the pumpkin that I made. I put a little stem on it. The stem is from the Baby Cakes Studio one, but got a little stem. And here are the two side by side. And you can see the difference in the color, but like it's not that great. So it's like Cornett blanket never has shades that are as similar as these. But I want to just stack these on top of each other like so, and just set them around the house. I want to put some like greenery like in these little spaces right here. Maybe some twigs or something from the yard just to make it cozy. So I'm leaving the little thing off of him so that I can do that. So these two are staying, and the big one is a leaving. So I got 3 whole big pumpkins made this week. Pretty excited. Okay, so the next finished objects that I have are all little, but it took me like a whole week to do all of them. So Crystal at Chronically Crocheting is going to be a yarn fairy for Halloween. For some reason, I'm having a hard time speaking today. So she is collecting up little amigurumis, and she's going to hand them out during a trunk or treat at her son's church, I believe, son or daughter's church. But it's going to be like tons of fun for her, and people have been sending her in little amigurumis to help her along, to be able to, you know, spread the yarny fairy goodness that she has. So I decided, well, I'll make a couple little ghosts to send to her. And then I ended up making 10 little ghosts. I used a whole skein of yarn. It was a brand new skein of I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby in just white. And I want to show you all of the little ghosties that I made. So the first little ghost is a free pattern, and it's called Gilbert the Ghost by Stella's Yarn Universe. Look how cute he is. There's his little bottom. So he was free. On all of the ghosts, I used the same white. I used the whole skein to make all of these ghosts. I had just like a little bitty tiny ball left. It was about that big. And I used a 3.5 millimeter hook on every single one of them. Now, I don't remember the size of the eyes that I put in each one. I just picked out eyes and just smacked them in there. But I'm calling this my blushing box of BOOS because I put blush on each one of them. It's like they're so embarrassed. So I've got Gilbert here. Okay, so the next ghost I have, I don't think was supposed to be an amigurumi because when I got all the way to the bottom, it wasn't closed off. It was just supposed to be left hollow. So I think that it was like meant for maybe like a candle, like one of those flameless candles, and which I did set it on top of one, and I'll pop in like a picture or a little video here of it. But I decided, since I'd already got all the way to the end of it, that I tried to make a little bottom for it. Didn't really turn out all that great, but I think that it'll do. But here is the little ghostie. She's super cute, and here is her little bottom. So I tried my very best, and I don't know how. I don't know if I didn't stuff it enough, but it's like just very lumpy down there, and it's like very bowed up. So I don't know what I done, but she's still cute, and she sits and she looks very nice. So she was a free pattern at DMC. So yeah. And then let's see. So this one was also a free pattern, and it is Baby Ghost by Josephine Wu at amigurumi.com. And here it is. It's a little baby ghost with a little tail. This was a no-sew pattern. Like, this is done as you go around, so you don't have to sew anything on. It was super fun, super easy. Okay, so this one right here is actually the Happy Ghost from Michelle Estrada's Halloween Bunch Amigurumi patterns on Etsy. I just used a smaller hook, obviously, and just kind of like scaled it down just a little bit, didn't increase as much, and done everything else the same, and got this with very wavy ruffles on it. It's very cute. Okay, so this one is also a free pattern, and it's called Grim the Ghost by Megan at Hookabee. And here he is, and I just loved his little points here. They are so cute. I loved it a whole lot. I had fun making it. It was so super easy. Then I made a couple of the Grims. So here's another one. He's just a little bit smaller, And I put him some green eyes on there. A little bit smaller. And oh, here's another Grimm. I didn't increase as much as the big one. Just increased less. Let's see. Nope. Okay. So the next one that I have is it's a combination. It is like the pattern from the Grimm for the body of the ghost, and then the ruffles of the DMC ghost here. I just thought it would be kind of cute, and I was right. It was very, very cute. So that was like a hybrid of those two free patterns. Here is another free pattern. It's called Little Ghost Crochet Pattern by Stitch by Faye. And here he is. Now he is wearing a pumpkin hat. I didn't do the pumpkin hat. I just didn't want to do a whole lot of sewing. He's got some clear eyes. I don't know if you can see that, but clear eyes. And then the last little ghostie I have is probably my favorite one. And you did have to do a little bit of sewing on this one. But it's a free pattern. Crochet Ghost Cuddler by Heather Corinne Crochets. Look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. So this is like a ragdoll type crochet. So you crochet the front piece and then the back piece, and then you crochet them together and stuff it. And you make the little arms, and you just sew those little arms on. So his little face is, I made it on my Cricut out of the felt. The black part is like the felt, and then the white part is like the iron-on, like vinyl, I think is what it's called. But I had bought like this, file off of Etsy for kawaii faces. And this was one of the faces, and I just thought that it was so cute. Like he was like startled, like looking to the side, like, oh, I'm scared. But I thought he was super cute, and oh, there he is. Added him a little blush. In the kawaii face, it actually has a piece right here that is blush for you to use, but I took it off because you can't really iron on acrylic. So yeah, so that is my box of BOOS that I'm sending to Crystal at Chronically Crocheting. So I'm going to get those out in the mail for her tomorrow, so that hopefully she gets them in time before she leaves. And I feel so happy that I was able to contribute, because I really wanted to, and I was afraid that I wouldn't have enough time to get anything finished. And I just brought that skein of yarn downstairs and was like, I'm just going to crochet a few little ghosts. The first one that I made was this one, because I've had it in my pattern library for like a couple years now. Like way back when I first started doing the amigurumis, I had found this and wanted to make it. So I was like, I'll make a couple of those. But then I was like, oh, well, let's see how many ghost patterns I can just find. And yeah, so I have this whole big box of BOOS to send to Crystal. Okay, let's see. I did get some Happy Meal this week. I got a Halloween card, and this is from Ella at No Catchy Name. Look at this cute card. It's an owl, and it says on the inside, hope your Halloween is a hoot. Have a wonderful spooky season. Happy crafting. Thank you so much, Ella. That was so thoughtful. It's my first Halloween card of the season. I would like to make me like a little shelf to set my little cards up. I don't really get a whole lot of Halloween cards, but I do get some. So yeah. Okay. I think think the next thing is I have some show and tell to show you guys. So Manga Mama has been pretty busy, and she has been making this blanket out of Cornett blanket yarn, and it's the tie-dye. And I so want to make me a blanket out of Cornett blanket yarn because it's just so super soft. It's like a marshmallow. She's also been making a couple baby dresses, and I'll just, you know, randomly pop them up in here. But she says that they are by Bag O' Day Crystal. She used Cornett Premium, Red Heart Super Saver, and Sundance Glimmer yarns on them. So those are super cute. She also made this cute little bumblebee by Hooked by Robin, and I've made a couple of these, and they're a lot of fun to make. And she used Cornett blanket yarn as well, and that's what I used to make mine out of. I just used like a bunch of scraps and stuff, so it was a lot of fun. So yeah, and she made this infant skirt, and she said it was by Lovingly Nye, and it's using a carillon cake. So yay! Thank you very much, Manga Mama, for sharing your makes with us this week. Mary Margaret has also been busy. She made this shawl, and it's inspired by the Happy Crafter Homemaker. And this shawl is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So pretty. She's also made this beanie with Premier Fruits yarn. I really want to try this fruits yarn. It looks, every time I see it, like it's made up into something, it just looks so scrumptious. I just love it. She is also working on her crochet Tober blanket, which I believe is going to be like a crochet along with Stitching Ain't Easy. She's getting a head start on her blanket, so start is looking pretty good, So thank you very much, Mary Margaret, for sharing your projects with us this week. And my friend Sue finished her little Christmas gnome diamond painting. Look at that little tree, and that little red bird is so cute. I just love it. So thank you, Sue, for sharing your makes with us this week. I know that Sue is getting ready, geared up to make a gnome, so I'll send her some good thoughts going her way. Happy thoughts for a happy gnome. Yay. So thank you guys for sharing your makes with us this week. I love seeing what you guys are working on. And if anybody out there wants to share on the channel what you're working on or what you finished, please feel free to email me. My email will be linked down below, and I will share it. And if you don't want me to share it, you can also let me know that as well, and I won't share it. But thank you guys for sharing with me. Okay, so let's move on into upcoming. I don't really have a whole lot upcoming. I feel like I finished some major crochet goals by getting all of my stuffies done for my Halloween buckets, and then getting Crystal a nice box of amigurumis to send out. So one of the things that I would like to do is to start on a Halloween gnome. That would be a lot of fun, and I really want to make the mummy gnome. So I would like to do that. Jeanette wants me to make some pumpkins like this and some ghosts like this. I need to take this one to my aunt. So yeah, she wants some of those. So I'm going to try to make her a few of those. Other than that, you know, I'm just going to crochet whatever comes towards me. Yeah. So I would like to give a shout out to my friend Melody at Melody's Cozy Crochet. You might remember Melody last year. Me and Melody done a Christmas yarn swap. And like it was like we swapped like yarn balls and like little random like goodies, you know, throughout the month of December. And she has a goal in mind, and her goal is to get to the community tab, like to get that for her channel. And in order to get the community tab, you have to reach the milestone of 500 subscribers. So that is her goal, is to reach 500 subscribers, because she would like to have the community tab for her channel. So if you would like to, I'm going to link Melody's channel down below. You can go back and go over and watch some of her stuff, and hopefully subscribe and show her some love. But she is hoping to have like a lot more new content coming soon. She has had a little bit of personal stuff going on, so she's not been, you know, really focused at YouTube. She's been focused in her life and taking care of people and stuff there, but she is getting back into YouTube. So please go and give her channel a look-see, and hopefully subscribe and give her some likes. She's a real sweet lady, and I really love Melody, and I just know that you guys will too. Okay, so I really think that that is all that I have this week. Yeah, so I want to thank everybody for stopping by. You guys are awesome, as always. I love getting comments, so keep them coming. Leave me some comments down below. I love to read them. I love to respond to them. So yeah, I mean, even if you feel like you don't have anything to say, just drop an emoji or drop just a hi. I mean, you don't have to be like, I always felt like, but before I started my YouTube channel, I always felt like, oh, I don't want to leave a comment because it won't be clever, or, you know, it'll just not be, you know, great or anything. Don't think like what I used to think. Just, you know, like I said, leave me an emoji. I mean, it could be like a pumpkin emoji. I mean, that would be cool, wouldn't it? I mean, who doesn't like to get pumpkin emojis? So yeah, just leave me a comment down below just to let me know that you're saying hi, you know, so I can say hi back. So yeah. All right, I will let you guys go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.